We started in 1997 with 3 people behind the bar. This was Sylvia, Babette Lafayette, and me, and I am Desiree Dello Stiletto. Before we had a student bar. There was a student bar where we had drag queen nights once a week. And then I decided to start. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Then we decided to start a drag bar, and I got the opportunity here on the Rembrandt Square for this nice place to start here. And with a lot of help, of course, because I didn't have any money. There were a lot of drag queens working. There was at the moment 7 working now. 7 drag queens, but it's a very tiny place. It's very cozy, very small. We organize a lot of things also outside of Lellebel. So parties like the Miss Lellebel election every year, and we go on the canal parade. It's the gay pride on boats in the Amsterdam canals. We won in 2000. We got first prize for the best big boat. So that's something we achieved as a little bar. And yeah, we do a lot of stuff on multicultural gebied. Hoe zeg je dat?
I don't know.
A lot of multicultural events like Arabic nights, also outside of the Lellebel. And yeah, we organize a lot of stuff like Indonesian evening with a lot of nice food and lovely music from the country. Or Arabic nights on Sundays. We have karaoke with the largest collection of Amsterdam. Oh my god, I must look awful.
Well, you do.
I do, darling.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, 2 years ago I was starting here.
For 1 or 2 days.
For 1 or 2 days in a month. I was, a bit shy. But now after a couple of weeks, and then I thought by myself, well, I can do it. And it was a lot of fun. And now I've been working for half year. Hans? For a half year full time. I'm working 4 days a week in the Lellebel. And that's on the Amstel Square. Nee, Rembrandt Square. And 1996. That was my first time. And I enjoy that, and I like the way people look at you, the way they're doing with you, the way they're talking. And no, it was fun. And that's why I'm still be a drag. And I like to enjoy the people.
I'm a drag queen on stage for 20 years now. In April, the Queen's Day, 20 years ago I started. So, last year I had a jubileum, had an anniversary for 10 years together with Babette Lafayette. She used to work here also. I started as a joke on an election, Queen's Day election, in the Queen's Pub in Eindhoven. It's a city in the south of the Netherlands. There I started, and I continued performing there for 10 years. Every year I joined this election, and 3 times I won the first prize. So, oh, my kid toch. I started this bar. Before this bar there were no people coming. So there were owners for half a year or a few months, and then it was empty again. So now I'm here for 5 years. I enjoy it. Very small but very nice. A good atmosphere between the people who come in and the people who work. So everybody has a great time. I think some 20 drag queens or transsexuals or transgender people have worked in the Lellebel through the years. But everyone is still coming. So because it's a good atmosphere, some people they went outside of the country for performances. When they came back to Lellebel also. So, because it's also one of the few bars in Holland where the drag queens just can feel themselves comfortable and at home. So this is the first and the only bar in Amsterdam. There's some Thai transsexual bars and some bars where drag queens or transsexuals go to, but not so many. Okay, when I lived in Eindhoven, I started some groups from the Kringen. It's a very famous organization, but at that time it was not that big as now. And there were talking groups for gay people with problems, and they wanted to talk about things together. So I was leading groups. I had 6 groups at the time, 6 groups, and some transgender people, they came to me if I could do the same thing for them. So I started the first group of transsexuals, transsexual talking group in Eindhoven. But it's many years ago, I think some 10 years ago or something. I did a lot of things. I was also in Horeca. I had several jobs, like in a bank, or I even was a salesman. Nah, I did a lot of things. But anyway, the drag queen stuff was always there, already for 20 years. So performances here, performances there. It was always a little extra money. And then we started the show group. It was in 1991. We started a group sister company. We did some shows on the COC, and we did some, and later there came other groups like Les Sacresseurs. We had a theater show, and yeah, so it grew. Then we had once a week we had performances in a student bar, and then then I started this club. So a lot of people around the world, they know about Lellebel, and they come here. So they come really from all over the world, from Australia, from America, from England, from Denmark, from Germany, France. So we have an international public, a lot. We had somebody from South Africa. Unfortunately, she died 2 years ago. From Indonesia, we have several. From Algeria, from Iran, from Iraq, from wat hebben we nog meer gehad? Antillen, Suriname. So a lot of nationalities.
I'm from Holland also.
I've been a transvestite for 17 years. Can you believe the slide? Just showing how shocking transvestites can be. I think the light is about to show us what life is about. Living in Africa as a transvestite hasn't been very easy due to the political leaders do not accept, or due to the country's prostitution. It's very difficult to be a transvestite or transsexual in Africa, but I've lived my life also in fear. At the same time, I've enjoyed life as it comes. And all I can say to the girls out there is be yourself, enjoy life, and don't be afraid for who you are and what you believe you are. They believe being gay it's a European scene, but I believe that we are what we are and we can't change what we are. The other world expect us or accept us the way we are and respect us the way we are.
I've been a drag queen. Drag queen I've been since about 5 years. But a transvestite, I think since I was a little girl of about 6 years old. So it's been a while already. By wearing something of your mother, your sister, and that grows and grows and goes on until you make a total aspect of yourself. It becomes a second nature. And why I do it, I don't know, but I like it, and I always have wanted it since I was about 6 years old. Here in Amsterdam, in a bar, I work almost every week. Well, yesterday I went into Enschede at Bolker, but there are many discotheques I work to, and I work in, well, just by appointment. They can book me anywhere. At day I'm selling bathrooms. It's quite different from what I do at night, but I think it's nice to do. I like to talk and to make people trust me, and that's what selling is all about. And that's also part of my job at night. also making people trust you, people like you. I do shows as Tina Turner, Anastasia, Alicia Keys. So I do have a few personalities, but one of my favorites is Tina Turner, that's right. I'm 35. So I'm not the youngest anymore, but I went here to a little restaurant where they give also drag shows here in Amsterdam, and that's how it started. They did the drag shows, I came there and I thought this is what I want to do also. So a lot of practice, and then for the first time, it's about, I think, 4 years ago, I made a show, a playback act, and then it started to grow, and you try to perfect yourself. I went here to a little restaurant where they give also drag shows here in Amsterdam, and that's how it started. They did the drag shows, I came there and I thought this is what I want to do also. So a lot of practice, and then for the first time, it's about, I think, 4 years ago, I made a show, a playback act, and then it started to grow, and you try to perfect yourself. I'm not perfect yet, but it's coming, I think. I've not been married, but I've lived together with a girl for about 9 years, but I couldn't live my own life, so it broke up. Not especially because of this, because she knew all about it. It was more because of other things, little things. I did want my freedom. She couldn't give me my freedom, and I think that was the best part of it. When I met her, she didn't know, but I told her about 3-4 weeks after that. And at first she didn't know what a transvestite was at all. So I had to explain, and she began to laugh, and she didn't believe me. I said, I will show you. So I went up to my room upstairs. I was still living with my parents. And I said to her, come back in an hour. And there I was. And well, she quite liked it, but she thought I was a little too harsh. All starters do, of most, and especially me. And so she downgraded it a little. But I always stay sexy. I want to look sexy, but it parted on. And that was also a very important point. I always wanted to go quite sexy out, and she didn't want me to get too much attention from the men. Later with the years, well, I wanted to go out more and more. And she didn't want me to once a month, once in the 2 months, and that was too little for me to express myself. I think I needed about 2-3 times a week to dress myself up, if it's for work or if it's for my private life. That doesn't bother me, but I have to dress up. It's some power in me comes out, and I can't fight it, and I won't. Not anymore. In the beginning it was very well. Later on, about 2-3 years after, it started getting worse. Well, it was a combination of facts. I had my own business at the time, and was a lot from home, and she spent me too much money, and so it was a combination of facts that was going downstairs. But in the end, we still didn't want to lose each other, but we both knew it was the best thing to do, because now she has, I think I heard she had a child, and that's something I didn't want to, because I knew what kind of life I had and the kind of life I wanted, and I wanted to have sex also with men, and of course she couldn't accept that. I know there are many women who can accept that, but I understood that she couldn't. I like to be whorish, I like to play the game, but when I go with a man, I must like him. And I want to share the bed with him and not otherwise for the money. Something I've done a few times is when a man told me, I want you to be my whore, and I liked the man, and then I played the game, of course. And then what I liked is, getting a new dress the day after. I think I've always been bisexual, but I've chosen at that time because of it was all around you, that people were getting married, were heterosexual. So it was quite easy, because I'm bisexual, to do also the same. I think I think it was about when I was 15, 16 years old. And I don't know why, but it was something I just knew. It was no special occasion that I discovered it. It was just when you were looking at pictures of drag queens, transvestites, well, it got me very excited. Some men also, and so I thought I must be bisexual, especially when I'm a woman. But I think everyone is a little bisexual. But most of the people don't want to express that side of themselves. I think a transvestite is most of the time bolder than a normal woman. So when a man starts talking to you or to me, you get very direct answers. And I think maybe they're afraid of that, but maybe also they're afraid of their own feelings. So they just wait and see what happens. Maybe a transvestite will come to them, maybe they will get some attention, but that's not always the part. A lot of them just want to look, want to see what's going on. And I think a lot of them who are coming with our in our place are transvestites also themselves, but they just want to look how others do it. But a lot of them are also shy, and a lot of them don't know really what they want. They're very excited, I think, by transsexuals, by transvestites, but the problem is they most of the times they have a woman and children at home, and it's just something they want to do for once. And of course, sometimes there are quite some nice guys with them, and well, sometimes you pick someone up. But there are always problems. They're always bounded. That's the problem. At the moment, I have a boyfriend, but well, it's the start of it, and he's not bounded, and he thinks also free. He likes me as a woman. He met me as a woman, and that's very important for me too, because I want this to be my first person for my relation. And after that comes my male persona. But he's seen that also, and he liked it also. So there are very much men who like transvestites, but when you're married, well, of course a woman is not a transvestite. She's missing something, and she has something extra, of course, but I think it's most of the time you're more female than a normal female. Most of the time you're quite sexually dressed, very nice, made up. Normal wives, most of the time, don't do that much to themselves. They're of course beautiful, but in another way. But they see them as a woman, and of course they know they're not women, but it's because I think just because they're super female, maybe try to be super female, because you're not super female, of course, but It's the person who stands there. They fall in love. It's a woman for them, and they know, but still, they like them and they love them. I think it's also more the feeling of being fully female. That's what I think, because when a man comes to you, there's no more female feeling than when you have sex with a man. Then you feel all woman. I think that's the point with transvestites also many times. But of course there are a lot of married men are older also coming in our place, of about 60, 70 even happens. That's because they don't know how to act to a transvestite. I think it's also nice to have two worlds. So by day you have your male person, sometimes also in the evening. I like to get out also sometimes with some colleagues or something to a bar, but at that moment I like that, but most of the time I want to go out dressed like this.
Sometimes I love you.